Hey everybody, this is Tanya Barnett of Let's Chat with Tanya Barnett show. I am so happy that you joined me. Give me a few minutes. Y'all know technology, so I'm making sure it is working, and it looks like it is, so yay! I apologize to everyone yesterday who tried to tune in to Ramonda Young's interview. It was not on our end. It was definitely and so they worked that out. So Ramonda will be back. We will have her on, so I apologize for that. And also for Lanice and Janine, I was supposed to have them last night also. They couldn't even get on their end. So please accept my apology. I hope you would continue to stay with me here on Let's Chat with Tanya Barnett show. And today I have the fabulous, hey Kiana. Kiana already joined us. Make sure you guys share this with your family, your friends, that one girlfriend you know needs some inspiration. Just you share it. If you learned something today, if you're catching us on the replay, make sure you go back and share this on your Facebook. It'll also be on YouTube within the next 48 hours. So you can look up Real White Woman and on YouTube, and you'll be able to catch these interviews there. So without further ado, I want to introduce you all to none other than the fabulous Tracie Douglas. She is my stylist. She's my homegirl. And she is fabulous. Some of you met her at my vision board party back in December. She gave us some fantastic tips. And so, Tracie, I'm just honored that you said yes and that you're here with me tonight. So how are you?
Good. I'm so excited. I really, really appreciate it. And thanks for having me.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So straight out the bat, who is Tracie Douglas?
Well, Tracie Douglas is, well, first of all, I am a child of God. I am a wife, a mom. I'm a personal stylist. I'm a blogger. And, you know, of course, I work a 9 to 5. So that's who I am. Just a cool chick.
That she is. Let me tell you something. I am like rivaling her with these chucks. I'm telling you, every time I turn around, she got on some chucks. Y'all know I love my pink chucks. I got my chucks, but you know, she rocks the chucks. Okay.
Yes, I love chucks. Yes. If I was thinking back then when I first got married, I probably would have rocked chucks when I got married. But
right. You can do that at your anniversary, though. You can do that at your anniversary. Wow. So Tracie, tell us why you got started or how you got started personal styling. I mean, there's so many things to be doing. What was it about personal styling that drew you?
Well, I've always liked fashion, period. Even growing up, my biggest influence was actually my mom. Okay. And I tell people all the time, like my mom for me was like, I'm probably aging myself right now, but Dynasty back in the day, like that's what my mom was. Like that was the real life Dynasty person for me. So she was always stylish. She was actually the first curvy girl before it really blew up. So she was the one. I mean, she would get up. I would watch her get dressed, get her hair, her makeup, you know, all her nails, everything. So I grew up really with a fashionable mother. So I always wanted to do it. I just stepped out on faith. I started out blogging, which I still blog. But probably about maybe a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years ago, I decided to go into the personal styling part. Okay. And and I say personal styling because I like to get personal with, you know, my clients. I mean, you know, be able to, you know, style them on the inside, but also I'm like, you know, I'm a spiritual person, so I like to work on the inside too. So absolutely.
And I can testify to that. Tracie has come to my house and brought stuff for me to try on, and she'd be like, no. I'll have my own stuff, and she'd be like, no, boo, no. But she would have me rocking. I mean, she's even come to my events and style me right there at my event. She's worked with the makeup artist and said, okay, I want her makeup to look like this or whatever. So if you're looking for a personal stylist, I'm telling you, she definitely is the one. So I heard you say something about curvy girls. Is that do you have an affinity? Is that your niche, curvy girls? Or you cover everybody, but who do you focus on?
Well, I cover all, but most of my clients are curvy. So right now, you know, that's what I do. But I style all shapes and sizes. I don't discriminate. We're all beautiful in our own right. Sometimes you just need a little push, and I'm that pusher. Just saying it like that, right? The pusher, because see where we come from. I don't know. Pusher may be a little, you know. Well, I'm your coach. I'm gonna push you, you know.
I love it. I love it. I love it. She, okay. Wow. So let me ask you something. So how does that play into, you being a stylist?
Mm-hmm.
And man, do you take what you're doing, like say for instance someone says, well, I don't really like that and this and the third, do you take, how do you take that? Do you just say, okay, well, maybe you're not the client for me, or how do you work through some of those difficult things?
Well, first of all, I meet with them because I need to know, like I said, what brought you here, why you need a stylist. I want to make sure that I'm the person for them, just like, with me. And no, I'm not offended. I mean, I had one lady who tried me and she was just like, I was too kind of, out there for her. So I was like, okay, but I'm never offended. And some people I can, get them out of the box. I had this one client who never wore dresses. And
wow.
Never wore dresses. And she wanted me to style her. And she was like, okay, I'm going to let you know I never dresses. I want to change that. But her sister was in my ear like, girl, please, you ain't going to get her in no dress. I was like, okay. What you say? Watch me work.
Right.
And I picked a couple of outfits out for her. And the dress, when she put it on, you should have saw her light up. Like she had never, like, oh my God, do you understand? I've never had a dress on.
That is amazing.
And it was for her women's conference. So that's what her outfit was, the dress. And and to me, that's for me to see her face like that. I could have left that day with like, okay, you got this. Because to me, making a person feel good, just trying to work through some of those kinks, just try it. Because some of us is just scared to try it.
Okay, but now with you saying that, where does that fear come from? Because obviously you as a personal stylist, you're like, okay, put this on. You was like, just put it on. Like for me, I was like, I'm not feeling that or anything like. Where does that come from? Is it cultural? Is it why do sometimes we feel? I'll give you a prime example. There's some things I'll be like, well, I'm too old to wear that. My husband's like, what are you talking about? So where do you think those barriers come from?
I think media. I think that when you look at people in the media, we try to compare ourselves. And I always tell people, don't worry about the media. Like, stop looking at people who really are not real. Some of it is just not real. And if you feel like, okay, well, I'm too old for this, I'm too old for that, well, just try it one time. Just see. I'm not saying you got to go and be, all out there,
right.
Okay, whatever. But it's age appropriate wear. It is. But then sometimes you can get out of the box a little bit. So, I just think it comes from, like you say, looking at other people, trying to compare yourself to other people, social media, things like that. And it also is a cultural thing. Like you grew up and they told you couldn't wear, I'm just saying, long sleeves or everything. You can wear short skirts, so then you take that over to your adult life and it's like, why can't wear short skirts? Well, why you can't wear short skirts? You have the beautiful legs. Like, why you can't wear short skirts? I don't understand, but sometimes it's the way you're brought up.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. And like I said, sometimes I struggle with my husband to pick something out for me and I'll be like, that's too young for me. And he's like, well, what does that mean? If I feel like as my wife, you look good in it, just put it on, type thing.
Yeah.
So, wow. So how do you as a stylist, how do you help somebody break through that? I mean, does it take time? I mean, how do you help them just say, okay, you know what, I'm going to try it, but without that fear factor?
Yeah, I mean, it takes time. I mean, it takes trust too. So, being that, I try to minister, that's why I say, just starting with the inside, like, where does that come from? You know what I mean? Okay. I try to work through them that way because most of it, not knocking other styles, but most of it just worry about your outside. I want you to look cute, but really you tore up on the inside. So that's what it portrays that. So, you're cute in front of the camera, you're great. But when you take all that stuff off, then who are you really? So even though I like people to look good, how you feel on the inside? Like, what's really going on? Like a lady told me one day, she said, you always be like, am I good? I said, yes, because I really want to know, are you good? Because before I can style you, I'm going to need to get your heart right.
Wow.
We got to get your heart right. We got to figure out what is going to have to, we're going to have to tear some layers. So I can have you looking good and everything, but I want to know that you're good.
Wow. I just never, knew a stylist. I mean, that ever talked that way. I mean, when they're just bang, bang, bang. Let me put her in this. Let me put her in that.
Mm-hmm.
But you work with the whole woman, so you're not only just working with how she look on the outside. You want to make sure she looking good, but she's feeling good about herself.
Yeah, most definitely. And I mean, I'm not no stranger to it. I had to work through it myself,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not just saying it just be like whatever. No, I had to work through some things, especially when you get a certain amount of age, stuff start going every which way. So I mean, and that's one thing too. One of my niches is just knowing your body type, because
Mm-hmm.
people don't know, only 10% of women know their body types. So that means 90% are just winging it. Like, do you know your body measurements? We don't know our bra size. We don't know nothing. We just like, oh, I'm gonna put this on. And then when you do put on, then you're not really happy because it's not for your body type. So I always tell women, know your body first. Get your body, go through there. We can work with it. And you will be amazed at the things that you could wear once you know your body type.
That is powerful. I mean, I knew that after working with you, but before that, people don't tell you that. What's your bra size? You just, well, I always been this.
Mm-hmm.
Especially those of us who've had children.
Mm-hmm.
Our breasts change, our hips change, or even our feet change.
Yes.
The size of our feet change just from pregnancy to pregnancy, and just. I noticed even with different shoes, I wear a 7.5 in some shoes. Whereas before growing up, I always wore a 7, 7.5. Now I wear 7.5, 8. On the shoe. So I think that's really key as to what you said, knowing your body type. And then also I'm thinking with that, what to wear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I work with my clients with that. Even if they're not for sure what to wear, I give them ideas. I show them things. I have them try it on once, once we know their body types and things like that. So I work with, them all the way through.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Now, what is a typical styling session? Do you tell somebody, okay, your initial session is going to be an hour and a half? How does that, if someone wanted to work with you, what could they expect?
Well, first of all, it's a 30-minute session just to sit down and just talk, because again, I want to get to know who you are and why you're here and what brought you here and how can we get you to where you need to be. Mm-hmm. So basically a style session is really sitting down, just getting to know you, getting to know me. Like I said, I'm very laid back, but when it's time to rock and roll, I rock and roll. So, and like I tell people, I'm not offended. If you kind of like, well, no, I don't think I can do this, I'm cool. Mm-hmm. Because everybody is not for you. Everybody is not for you. You may need to have a stylist that's kind of more just wants you to look good. And I don't knock that, but I'm not that type of 30-minute sessions. Then we'll figure out what you like, what you don't like. Now, of course, I will push the button a little bit because sometimes it goes by, we like things only because that's what we program our mind to think. Like, I can't do this. Mm-hmm. So then we go set up appointment. We can either go to a boutique or we could go out shopping, however it works. And then, we'll just go from there. So, yep.
That's fantastic. So with all the styling and you taking care of other women, how do you find time to take care of yourself?
I make time. I will make time for myself, whether it's my hair, pedicure, whatever. I make time because I need it. And I feel like as a mompreneur, you give out so much. You have to replenish yourself. You have to get something poured back into you. Whether it's to go get your hair done, whether it's to go get a massage, whether it's, to go get your nails done, whatever. And I do spend that time, but I also spend time in the Word. And I'll be honest, like the Word replenish me. God's Word, I'll be like, okay, even if I can't get to all of that, I will pick up that Bible and be like, hey, here we go.
Right.
Because I always say you can't be good to nobody if you wore out.
Right, because you mad, angry, irritated.
Yes. And then nobody will work with you at that point. You be like, no, that's all right. I'll pass. Right.
Be like, no. So, and then how do you find time for honey time?
Well, we always find time. You know how my husband is. He loves to eat out.
Right.
So We always Saturdays we go out to eat breakfast, or lunch or dinner. Like we always make it once a week to go somewhere or do something. It doesn't always necessarily mean out to eat, but we take rides. We go to the harbor. We walk. I mean, so I think that's very important, especially as a mompreneur, because you're getting pulled all over. And with me, even though my kids, I have 2 adult children and I have a 17-year-old, which is almost an adult, you don't stop being mommy just because they are 25, 21, and 17.
Right.
You know? And I tell people, everybody like, well, how do you get? I have the to-do list. I have mine, and then my husband got a to-do list for me. And then my children got a to-do list. Like, you know, that's the way that you have to. I always tell my husband, we have to make time for us.
Right.
You know,
right.
Because again, even though we have adult kids, I always tell them, well, but my youngest about to graduate. By the time he graduates, Tanya, they might not find us.
I know that's right.
I ain't never at home. We show now.
Yeah.
We gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to. I mean, and you know, however time you can get it in. But for me and my husband, we just try to make it at least once a week. And sometimes it don't always work out that way, but we will make that time once a week.
That is very important. And so I'm going to assume that Donnell is extremely supportive of what you're doing. Do you involve him in any of, like, is he like packing your car before you have an event, or, you know?
Most definitely.
Okay.
He does pack my car for my event. Actually, he does take my pictures. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That you see on Instagram.
Okay.
Him and my son, but he takes most of them. So he takes most of my pictures that you see for my outfit of the day and things like that. He does that. But yes, he's a big support. Like I tell people, my husband is the greatest guy to me. And I always say, if I wanted to go to the moon, he'll be like, okay, so how you want to get there? Like he always wants to know, okay, so you want to do this? Okay, so what does that look like?
Right.
So do this. So yeah, he's a big support. Yeah.
I love it. Hey, Miss Tiffany. Thank you for joining us. So now you said you have adult children. So I know I've had a lot of moms on here recently that had little ones. How is being a mompreneur with a teenager who's obviously in the 11th or 12th grade, and then you have your adult children? How is being a mompreneur? How do you manage that? Because they have totally different needs. Mom, I need to get, Mom, can you pick me up from school? Or Mom, I need this. Or, you know, how does that work in the midst of you? Okay, I got an appointment here, I got an appointment there. Manage your household and being a mom.
A to-do list.
Okay, so back to the to-do list. Okay.
I am faithful to the to-do list. I write down everything, Tanya.
Okay.
However, of course, you don't have a to-do list when they call you, but you know, whatever they need, I write it down because I have to. Like I have to. Like I always say, I have my 25-year-old who's in Tennessee. He's still calling me. Hey, I need this. Hey, do you know if you got this? Hey, can you pick up this? I'll be like, dude, you're in Tennessee. Like, what do you want me to do?
Right.
And then my daughter, she's the same way. So, and like my 17-year-old. So, you know, you just have to know how to balance that. Like, you know, and there's times when they know when I'm busy, and I'll let them know. I'll group text all 3 of them, say, hey, look, I'm a beast right now. You know, you may need to call Dad right now. Or, I mean, of course, if it's an emergency, of course, if you need me, I'm going to be there. I don't care what goes on, but I try to let them know, you know, because. So
it sounds like a lot of communication then with your adult children.
You have to communicate. That's a must. You have to.
Okay. Now, how do you find time for them? Because you say you got one in Tennessee. Like my daughter, she showed up last night from, she's actually stationed in Houston. She's in the Coast Guard. And she sent a text and said, hey, you have anything going on? I'm in school in Baltimore. I want to come home and see you all. So it was like I had my interviews going on, and it was just so funny. Now that I think about it, I had all the technical difficulties while she was here. So then I was able to spend that time. I would have been doing interviews with my daughter. So how do you find time to spend with your adult children or now, a teenager?
Yes, my oldest son is actually in Tennessee, but I FaceTime him a lot. Probably more often than he want me to, but I FaceTime him a lot. Of course, they text all the time, but I go out of town. Like in the next week, I'll be, you know, flying to Tennessee to spend time with him.
Okay.
My daughter too. My daughter is so busy. I don't know what she's busy with, but anyway, I still be like, hey, what you doing? I need to see your face. Hey, call me, FaceTime me, let me know. Same way with my youngest son, do the same thing. Hey, I need to see your face. Like, I need to, what you doing today?
Right, right.
So of course I make time. I mean, I do whatever I have to do because I'm a mom first. So
right. Absolutely. And that's what I do with Gabby. You know, we tell her, we text throughout the week, but it's like, I got to hear your voice at least once. That way I know it's you. You know, I mean, and it's sad, you know, especially having adult children in the world that we live in today, and everything that's going on, especially with African American girls. I need to know you're okay. And sometimes we will do, Donna and I'll send her a group text and just say, hey, Gabby, we're thinking about you, or, you know, vice versa. So I love that we have that technology now that we can still communicate with, you know, with our adult kids and let them know that we're thinking about them. Because I think a lot of times when they leave home, and with us having a busy schedule, it could become easy to forget to check in with them.
That's true. Yeah, when my kids call me, Tanya, they'll ask me right away, am I busy? But my answer to them always is, I'm never too busy for you, because they're not going to have to compete with what I'm doing. Like that's how my husband the same way. I'm never too busy for you all. So I always say that, Ma, you busy? I'm never too busy for you.
Right.
That's just that.
Right. So are you a bricks and mortar, or are you mobile? How can, if someone wanted to work, do they come to you, or how does that whole thing play out?
Most of my clients, I come to them right now, don't have brick and mortar right now.
Okay.
Hopefully in the future that will be a whole studio, you know. So but yeah, I come to them, or we meet at a mutual place, whatever is comfortable for them. I have rented out hotel rooms before, so it just all depends on what they prefer. You know, they could come to my house, but most of them like to feel comfortable in their own surroundings or their environment. So I come to them. I'm very mobile.
And what area are you located, just for those who don't know?
Yep, I'm actually in Maryland, but right outside of Washington, D.C. So I'm in the Washington, D.C. area.
Okay, and then what radius do you go to in that?
I've been to New York. I've been to Delaware. I try to stay in that range right now. But I'm really open. So if somebody want to fly me out to LA, I will be willing to fly to LA.
My LA folks, y'all heard that right? She need a ticket
to fly to LA.
But you got to front the ticket.
Yes, exactly. That's what I say. If they're willing to fly me out there.
Hey, baby, my husband just popped in. You want to say hey real quick? No, I know you say hey. I'm a mompreneur and a wifepreneur, y'all. So you know.
It's all good. Yeah.
Here comes brother Don. Here he comes. He just got to do some FaceTime.
Hey Tracie, how you doing?
Hey Don, how you?
I'm good. How you been, man?
I'm good.
Okay, tell your husband I asked for him.
I will.
All right. You're doing great.
Thank you.
And he's my support system, so he's about to cook dinner. And so he's been okay. Oh no, he just told me that Donnie's gonna cook dinner.
I commissioned her.
He delegated. But I mean, even in that, it's like we all have to play a part in this. So he went and he called me, he said, yo, what's for dinner? What time you call? What time your interview start? I told him, he said, well, I'll stop by the grocery store. I'll grab something. He told me he was going to cook, but now he's delegated. But it's like, it's a team effort. You know, I wouldn't be able to do this day in and day out every single day, Monday through Friday, 2 and 3 women a day, if it wasn't a team effort.
Yes, most definitely a team effort.
Yes, absolutely. So, Miss Tracie, what is one obstacle that you've had to personally overcome to become the woman you are today? Just one thing where you really had to battle it out to say, you know what, Tracie, you are tripping. Let's get through this so we can grow and be who you are today.
Worrying about what people say. Worrying about, I always say, and my sister told me this, even though she's in heaven now, she always be like, look, if they not on the same page with you, don't ask them. Because people will tell you, girl, how you going to do that? And it plays in your head like, well, maybe I can't. But I had to divorce myself from those opinions. I have. If I did not, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. So yeah, I really had to, and the comparison thing too. You see other people, and like, well, it's enough personal stylists out here, so maybe I should just chill out. Or, it's just like you see people and we try not to do it, but sometimes we could get caught up. So I am very mindful of that now. Like, I'm like, no, if I know that God told me this is what I'm supposed to do, that what's for me is for me and what's for them is for them. And yeah, I had to really, get past that. Like, I struggled with that a lot for a long time.
Wow.
But now I'm like, okay, let's do this.
So, right. Yeah. Right. And that goes across so many. I mean, that touches on a lot of things, not worrying about what people say. And I actually had someone say to me, well, I didn't know you were going to be doing this, and I found out this way, and why did you didn't come to me? But it's like, it's my prerogative how I share my information. Exactly. And so I have to be okay with that, even down to the mom series. I reached out to people like you and, several other moms, but I didn't broadcast, hey, I'm going to be doing this mom series. I prayed on it. God told me to do it. I moved forward with it. And then I came out and say, hey, this is what's coming up starting next week, or, whatever. So it really is important, I know, for me to silence those voices in my head that think, okay, well, what do people want to think? Are people want, and it's so crazy how you think those things. And I just really wish that as women, because I think women struggle with that way more than men do. We talked about this on another interview where people were worried about, okay, well, what do people want to think about my kids? Are my kids too active? If they not active enough? Are they this? Are they that? Comparing report cards, and my baby walked in 9 months. Well, mine didn't walk till 10, so I guess he a scrub. All this,
right.
Really worrying about what people think about you and what you got going on. Right. And so Don helped me a lot with that, because he's like, don't nobody pay our bills. He was like, so the only person you got to worry about is me. Now, he said, if I think it's crazy or it costs too much money or whatever, then it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But he's, so I thank you for that, because a lot of people aren't even honest about that part. And we struggle with that. We really struggle with that. So, wow. And that was just great advice, from your sister. I guess that's a lifelong thing. You will never, that's something she left with you.
Yes, she did. She was my biggest support system. So yeah, she left that a lot. And also another thing is too, I learned that don't tell everybody. Everybody can't take yours. They can't take that vision. They don't know. So you're really, it's almost like you're not even thinking about them, because really they don't know. They don't know how to grasp that yet. And they may be ready later, and they may not be. But you can't tell everybody. You just cannot. You can't tell everybody, because everybody's just not there yet. Certain people are just not, even though, they may be like, yeah, but then when you do it, it's like, oh. So
right.
Yeah, like, what's she doing? Learn that too. Right. I had to learn that too, that certain people just not ready. They're not there yet. And you can't be upset about it. You just have to realize, okay, well, right now you're not there and I'm going here. So hopefully one day you'll catch up, or maybe you won't. I'm going to still love you, but I got to go. So, yeah.
Now that segues into my next question. So how important is community and tribe for you in the space that you're in today? So you were saying, if I'm going somewhere and somebody's not going with me, I still got to go. So how important is your tribe or your community to your success?
Yeah, very, very much. I mean, I believe I need people who have already done it and who are successful at it. But then other people who's just there to push me along. So it's all like, you have somebody pulling you up, but then you got somebody that's pushing you, or you pulling them up. So, I mean, tribe to me is very important. I mean, people like you, I got a couple of other my friends, Terry, Tiffany, Lisa, they are like the best. So, it's very important to have a tribe, and, make sure you do have the right people that are in your circle. Gotta make sure, and evaluate those people every so often. Like, hey, Like, what's going on? Like, you have to evaluate them. Sometimes we don't want to do that because we don't want to lose that closeness or that friendship. But sometimes you have to evaluate and be like, okay, so God, what we doing with this person? What we doing with that person? Maybe, this person now, maybe it's time for them to move on and do something else. Or maybe it's time for you to move on and do something else. So I always say evaluate those tribes and those, your circle to make sure that you have the right people, around you.
That is just so key, especially, today when we see all this real high and, all that foolish, look at your face, all that foolishness. We see so much of women not supporting each other. They're tearing each other down, clawing for each other's man and, stuff like that. And I know in business, I know I have not seen that. I mean, all I have experienced thus far in the years of me being in business is women who support each other. And I'm thankful for that. There are a couple of people, my husband be like, nah, don't let her in. Don't get that friend request,
Yes. My husband the same way. Yeah, my husband is the same way. Like, okay, I'm going to need you to pull back from that right there. Like,
right.
Yeah. They know.
Right.
They know.
Well, let me ask you this then. So talking about husbands then, how do you manage when someone, because I've had women, I've gotten pushback like, well, Dad, you run everything through your husband. So what do you say to that?
Like I have to run it through him first?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I'd be like, he the head of my household. I gotta live with him. This is my husband. Like, what? Like, that's a no-brainer. Like, I'm not going to compensate with you about what I do with my husband. Like, he is the head of my household. I'm going to go to him to make sure that everything good, because when it's all said and done, he's my husband first. Like, okay, you, me and you, whatever, but no, I got to make sure, he's straight. I'm going to make sure he's straight. So, and if he not with it, then hey, of course, sometimes you may not agree all the time, but we gonna have to come to a happy medium or something. So yeah, I don't even compensate. I don't even go back and forth with people about what I run through my husband. So I'll be honest, I just don't.
Because I've met 2 or 3. I won't say not even a handful of women who are like, my business is my business and my husband is separate from that. Whereas for me, I need my husband to participate in every aspect because, at the end of the day, what I do and don't do affects him as well. What I do and don't do affects my children. And so it's astonishing to me that I get some of that pushback or clapback just in conversations with people who are like, girl, my business and my husband are 2 different things. He don't even know what I'm, he's not into the intricacies of what I got going on because it's my business. But, it sounds like we both kind of run ours the same where, my husband runs interference. He'll be straight up, no, that's not a good fit. No, I don't think now is the time for that or what have you. So. And I would say 9 times out of 10, my husband is right, in that. So I like hearing other women saying, no, I got to run this through, run this through my husband.
Even my trips, even my appointments. If I got to be away, we sit down first,
right.
Because of course he has his own business too. And so we have to sit down and be like, okay, what our calendar's looking like, what you doing, do we need to chill out, do I need to push something back or do whatever? Yeah, that's a must. Like that's a must.
Right.
Yeah, that's a must. Because I would, again, just like my kids, I'm not going to neglect my husband. Like I'm not going to be out here trying to get this money and do whatever, and my husband and my house is tore up.
Wow.
I can't have that.
Right. I know that's right. So to give us one woman who inspires you, she can be, wherever she is or however she does, who is just one person that, when you look at her life and you just like, wow, she really inspires me to be a better person.
Wow, that's hard.
That's why I asked it.
No, that's hard because it's so many women out here, right? I mean, not so many, but it's quite a few right now that have inspired me. But I think the one person that inspired me the most was Dr. Stacia Pierce. And she was probably the first woman that I saw that can do business and fashion altogether. Like she's a coach, a business coach and lifestyle coach and things like that. But she has been such an inspiration to me, even before I met her. Like because a lot of people don't understand, you could be mentor by far. You don't have to always be one-on-one with somebody. They can inspire you to do a lot of things. And some people think, oh, I want them to coach me. I want them. I'm trying to get close to them. But no, it don't always work like this. It's quite a few bloggers, stylists that I look up to that I have never met. But they inspire me through their stories, and you know, I follow them and I see that they're doing things successfully, because a lot of people doing something and ain't doing nothing. But people that are successful at it, that are successful at it. And I've been on Kelly since I probably was, I don't know, it's been 10, 12 years. And, you know, so it's just, it's just so many. That's why I say it was like, oh wow, where do I go? The station's probably the one that I say at the top of the list. So
cool. So for our last question, I would ask you, what is one scripture, quote, book, song that in those moments where you just know if I can do this anymore, the money ain't coming in, or whatever the situation is, where you just like, you know what, I just don't know if I can maintain this. What is that one scripture, quote, song, book that just keeps you going?
Philippians 4, and I can do all things through Christ with strength. And one thing about me, I like to break scriptures down. So one thing that helps me with that is it has to come through him. In order for me to do all that he has called me to do. And I always say, when we say I can do all things through him, right? We have to make things, just like you run things through your husband, you have to run things through Jesus.
Oh, that's good, girl. That's good.
And when you run things through him, then you're able to have the strength that he's given you in order to do all that he has called you to do. So yes, that's my favorite scripture that gets me through everything, because I always be like, okay, Jesus, I'm telling you this, because if you don't give me the strength to do it, then I can't do it. So yes, that's my favorite scripture of all times. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me.
Wow. I love the way you said that. You said through him, like you run through. I love that analogy. That's, man, it'd be a lot of people could just grab hold of that, the way you broke that down. I'm serious. Wow. That was so good to me. Where can we find you if someone's trying to find you and they're like, I saw Kiana was on here earlier and she said she needed a stylist. So where can people find you?
You could actually go to my website, TracieNicole.com. I'm on social media, on Instagram at Tracie Nicole _ Facebook Tracie Nicole. You can find me on all the social media, Twitter at Tracie Nicole. I think the Twitter is at Tracie Douglas, but I'm sorry, I'm not on Twitter as much. But I am on, like I said, Facebook, and I'm on mostly all of them. So
awesome. Thank you for having us, ladies. Make sure you check Tracie out at Tracie Nicole. There is an H in there, so it's NICHOLE.com. Make sure you check her out. Visit her. Get your 30-minute sit down. Come on, summer is coming. We want to get cute. Oh, my girlfriend just posted it. I love Danita Moss. That's sister. She be on it.
I've been checking out Danita too.
Danita be on it. Thank you. She is. And look who checked in.
Hey.
I love it.
That's the dude right there.
He's the glue behind all this. I love it.
Yes, okay. He's supposed to be actually in a meeting, but I'll take it.
I love it. So yes, Danita Moss put Tracie's information up there. Danita has a company called Trinity Scribes. And what she does is, if you have a Periscope, if you have a Facebook Live like this one, Instagram Live, whatever, she will come on and she will scribe everything you say. So just like how I was like, where can we find you? She already had your Instagram up. She done had your website up. And that's what she does. She will scribe stuff that you're saying, are talking, any key points that people bring up, she will have that on the screen for you. So if you're looking for somebody to jump on your Periscopes, on your Facebook Live or what have you, please check out Danita Moss. She is Trinity Scribes. That's me. And I'm telling you, she is fantastic. This whole series, I didn't even ask Danita, and she has jumped on, I would say, probably 75% of these Facebook Lives and scribe for me. So
Go ahead, girl.
But God will give it back to her, because I mean, she just has a servant's heart. You don't even have to ask her, and so that's the beautiful thing. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna give her a love offering when I jump off of here. Because she didn't have to do it. So I believe in honoring people, and so sowing seeds into people's lives. So Tracie, I thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Let's Chat with Tanya Barnett's show. If you love what you saw tonight with Tracie, make sure you will see her, or hear her rather, on Praise 106.1 on the FM dial on the Let's Chat with Tanya Barnett show starting in July. I'm so excited. That's in Baltimore. So if you're not in Baltimore, you can catch me on praisebaltimore.com as well as TuneIn app. And so I will definitely have Tracie back, and you'll actually be able to call in. And so I'm very excited about that. Very excited.
For you.
I'm telling you, it's tribe. It really is tribe and community. People like Danita, people like you, all the women who said yes to this series. I just could not do it. See, there she go. She just on it. She just on it. I love
what I was gonna say. You gotta make sure she stay in the tribe.
Danita ain't going nowhere. Even we gotta go find her. But I mean, I just love it. I love this MOMpreneur series. I mean, I get ministered to on every single one. And that wasn't even my intent. My intent was to feature women like you who are inspirational, who are, who just make me feel good when I have a conversation with you. Even with the Twitter chat, the text you sent me this morning, that really touched my spirit. Like, yo, God, you're really using me, and I don't even understand how you're using me. You just are. And so I really appreciate all the women who said yes, all the people who have reached out to me and said, Tanya, I'm scared, but I think I'm gonna go forward because of this person, that person that I heard. So I appreciate everybody that is supporting. And Tracie, I thank you again. I have next up, I have Miss E.O. Thomas of Women of Excellence magazine. So I cannot wait to interview her. And then after her, I have Monet. Cannot remember Monet last name, so I apologize, Monet. Monet will be coming up later on this evening. So if you all have not checked out Tracie Nicole, make sure you go to her website, check her out. Her on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And Tracie, I thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Talk to you later, hon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.